Myself, Ashagila Devi, Assistant Professor in Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Today, in certification course HTML and CSS, we are going to discuss about the introduction of HTML. So, in the course of HTML and CSS, today we are going to discuss the introduction of the HTML programming as well as the CSS, that is cascading style sheet. So what is the outcome is, on successful completion of this module, the student should be able to develop static web pages using HTML and CSS. So first we must know what is HTML. The abbreviation of HTML is, it is Hypertext Markup Language. So HTML is a language for describing web pages. So as I already told you, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So it's not a programming language, it is a markup language. So the markup language has a set of markup tags. So the HTML uses tags for its representation. For example, it has a head tag, body tag, HTML tag. Likewise, we are using tags. So the HTML terminology. Some commonly used HTML terminologies are, they are using tags. The tags are always written into angle brackets. It is a piece of text. It is used to identify an element so that the browser realizes how to display the content. Example, HTML. It indicates the starting of the HTML document, and we have end tag also, that is represented as /HTML, that is end HTML. So the HTML tags can be two types. They are paired tags and unpaired tags. The tag is said to be paired if you have both starting tag and ending tag, means it is called as the paired tag. If you are having only starting tag and if you don't have any ending tag, means that is called as the unpaired tags. A tag is said to be a pair tag if the text is placed between the tag and its companion tag. And what is unpaired tag? An unpaired tag does not have a companion tag. Example, break, br, hr, these are all unpaired tags. Then how to create a HTML document? The essential tags that are required to create an HTML tags are, or HTML documents are, HTML tag, head tag, body tag. So the HTML document has two distinct parts, head and body. So in head, we have mentioned the title of your web browser content and all those things we can do it in head. The body part, we can represent the body things which we have want to display on a particular web page. That should be written inside the HTML tag. The head tag always comes after the HTML start tag. It contains the title tag to give the document title that display the which displays on the title bar of your browser. And the format is, you have to mention head tag, then the title tag, then you have to mention the title, then end of title tag, then finally end of head tag. And the body tag contains all the text and graphics of documents, which all the HTML tags that are used to control and formatting the pages. For example, the body tag, in body tag we can use bold, italics, that is UI. All these tags can be used inside this body tag. So this, what is the use of a body tag is, it is this body tag contain all the text and graphical documents of HTML tags. Next, what are the steps we have to use to create and view in the HTML pages in a browser? So first step one is, open a text editor or a notepad, and you have to enter the lines of code inside the notepad, that is example HTML head, title. Likewise, you have to continue the tags. So after writing the code, the third step is, you have to save the file as myfirstpage.html. So you can give any name, but you have to stay with the extension of .html. And step four is viewing the document in the web browser. So open the Internet Explorer, click on the file, open, browse, and select the file myfirstpage.html and click open, then press OK, so that you can view the content of the web page. So next we are going to discuss about the topic, that is CSS, that is cascading style sheets. The CSS stands for cascading style sheet. The CSS described how the HTML elements are used to display on the screen or paper or in any other media. The CSS saves a lot of work, so it can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. So what is the CSS syntax is? First you have to mention the selector, then the property, then the values. The selector is what the HTML section does it affect, and the property is what is the attribute of the HTML section will be affected, and value is what change will be made on that particular attribute. So we have three kinds of style sheet: inline style sheet, internal style sheet, and external style sheet. So one by one we are going to discuss. What is inline style sheet is, inside the tag itself we are going to represent the style representation. For example, if you are having a p tag, in the paragraph tag you are going to use the style representation. That is, you are mentioning it as p space style is equal to font color is red and font size is 10 px and end of that paragraph tag. So if the content between this open tag and the end tag is converted into red color with the size of 10 pixel size, that is 10 size. So this is inline representation, that is you have to represent the cascading style sheet format inside the tag. So next is internal representation of markup language. That is, here you are going to represent the internal representation. That is, for p tag you are going to make an internal representation, means you have to mention p open bracket, you are going to set the representations, that is styles values. For example, you are going to set the background color is red, the font family value is Times New Roman or any value you can give, and the font color is white. And then if you use the p tag in any place, means automatically it adapt the features of all these things. That is, the particular content is converted into red color with the Times New Roman font, and it changes into white color. So the background color is converted into red and the font color is converted into white, and the particular font style is converted into Times New Roman. So this representation is known as the internal representation. Next is the external representation. So in the external representation, you can write the CSS as a separate file, and you can link that particular CSS in your HTML program. So for linking that, you have to mention it as link rel is equal to style sheet, then type is equal to text and CSS, and href. In the space of href, you have to mention the CSS name. For example, I am going to use the name of the CSS as mystylesheet.css, means I have to mention it as mystyle.css. So I have to use a separate program for cascading style sheet. That program name is mystyle.css. So that program is used inside the particular HTML program by using this external style sheet representation. So these are all the three kinds of style sheet representations. So thank you for listening. Thank you.